Hello, welcome back to another episode of Nostalgia versus Reality. I sat down and shot this video shortly after I received the books from my brother's collection. He sent me his X-Men Bronze Age collection to sell, and as I was flipping through them to grade them, I got the idea to shoot this video because there are some information here in these books that may be interesting for other people to know. Okay, for those that know comic books, okay, once a year, information about the circulation print runs are provided in some issues once a year. So if you are a fan of data and numbers like me, take a look at the March and April issues of many titles that you follow, and you may find similar information for your own curiosity and enjoyment. But I look at about 4 years, okay? I got 4 books here on 4 years of X-Men, just to see for myself how popular the X-Men was and how much of an impact John Byrne changed as far as the popularity of the X-Men. And to my surprise, and to many people's surprise, you will know. Let me pull out issue 98, okay? 98 provided circulation information, okay? Right here in this box right here. And the print run, the average print run for the previous 12 months of the X-Men was 263,000. I wrote down, okay? I round the number up, 263,000. Not big, expected, right? Because hey, the X-Men was canceled, so I'm pretty sure the print run for the reprinted books was probably less than 200,000, but it started to creep up with the reintroduction. So the data here that provided in issue 98 surely included 94, okay? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But now let's jump to the year after, issue 110, okay? Once again, also April. So a year later, to my surprise, okay, here's the box that provide the circulation data. The print run is 261,000 on the average. Yeah, can you believe that? 261, so it actually went down a little bit, just a little bit, but X-Men was getting big, and given that this is 110, so John Byrne just got there, 108, so maybe the impact of John Byrne has not been, his popularity certainly has not blown up yet. So let's jump to the year after, issue 120, another April issue, the year after. Once again, here's the box of data. Guess what? The average print run for the 12 months, the previous 12 months, 282. That's it. That is it. Does that surprise people? Surprise me. Let's jump to another year after, one more year later, another, now this is March issue, okay? But 1 year later, so now John Byrne is ingrained in this title, okay? He has been around long enough now, going on to 3 years. So this will be the peak of his popularity with this title, right? And there you go, the print run box information. Can anybody guess what the print run is? You have 263, 261, and 282 in the previous 3 years. 327,000 on the average. So yeah, That surprised me. I thought for sure the number would be bigger. I think most people that are watching this video would have guessed much bigger, right? Because you started out 260 something with Dave Cockrum. X-Men surely was blowing up in those few years, and yet it only jumped from 260 something to 320 something. You're talking barely 60,000 more books was printed on the average. That's surprising to me. But this videos is about nostalgia versus reality, and yeah, it is so common for me and many people in this hobby to look at this hobby in a much grander scale, right? We think it is so much bigger than what it is. I thought it would be much bigger than what it was. You know, if you tell me before I sat down and flip through these books that those are the numbers, I would say no way. I would have predicted much higher. Maybe not double. Okay, I wouldn't sit here and say, oh, the print run of the X-Men during the John Byrne run must have been 500,000, but I would have guessed a lot more than 300,000 on the average. Yeah, surprised the heck out of me. And you know, when it comes down to this hobby, I think most people look at it through nostalgia eyes, rosy glasses, and think it's so much bigger because of the movies. The reason why us think that way, especially in the last 10 years, is because of the movies. When I was collecting, and I'm sure many people that have been in this hobby long ago, as I have, it's always a very small niche. Okay, through high school, through college, I didn't know that many people that collect comic books. So suddenly it's not huge, it's not popular, it's a very small niche. And all of a sudden in the past 10 years, things blew up and we think it is a big thing. It's still not a big thing. You know why? Look at the market today. Look at the big keys for this title. Giant Size X-Men 1. Probably one of the most slapped book for this title. I think the last time I checked, it was barely over 7,000 slabs. Yeah, over 7,000. Now some people out there will say, my God, so many. There are so many. If 7,000 something or even 8,000, let's round it up. So that there are 8,000 Giant Size X-Men 1, an iconic book that launched a new team. If 8,000 is so much, what does it say about the size of the collectors for that title? It's nothing, right? I mean, when I returned to this hobby 10 years ago, and I start to hear people talk about, oh, you know, that 9.8 Bronx books have 5 copies in 9.8, it's too many. It surely is gonna crash in prices because that's too many copies. 5, that's common as dirt. I start to hear those kind of talk, and it got me to think, surely there gotta be a lot of people that want a high grade copy of that book, right? So 5 can't be too much. But guess what? Over the past 10 years, a lot of time, that's what happened. For those that collect modern books, you know how quickly price decline as more copies are slapped. It doesn't have to be hundreds of copies of 9.8. All it takes is a few. So when it comes down to this hobby, you know, the nostalgia in us clouded the view that somehow this is a big thing. It's a popular thing. It's not. It's a small niche. And it's small, but then when you narrow down to how many people are willing to pay big money to some books, to have high grade that even get even narrower. So it is such a small niche. It still is, regardless of how popular the movies seem to be. And yeah, when it comes down to nostalgia and reality, there's a huge disconnect of how popular comic book collecting is. It is not. It is not as big as a lot of people think it is. I still love it, but like I said, outside of my brother and the people, the few, you know, the viewers on YouTube, that clouded the vision, okay? Because yeah, you think thousands of people are on YouTube watching videos. Think about it. There's a lot of comic book channel out there that have hundreds, if not millions of viewers. Okay, like Comic Explain, that channel has over 1 million. So what's going on? Okay, can you equate that million plus subscribers that watch Comic Explain on a daily basis? How did that translate into the people that actually collect and buy these books? Surely not many. That's why it is still a very small hobby. If you step back and look at how prices and rarity and scarcity and demand, all that stuff, okay, it is such a small niche market. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.